But moving on from Star Trek, we're going to leave that Star Trek whole world behind.
Oh.
A couple little things here, small bits. First up, we're going to go into some tech news real fast, and we're going to talk about Stadia. And that's the reaction probably everyone's had right now after I mentioned the word Stadia. Stadia is falling apart. It is still terrible to this day, but news has come out.
I'm still seeing ads for it on YouTube.
Of course, they got to try to make some money back. So Stadia came. Stadia did not conquer. And after taking a pounding from the press and from users everywhere, Google's little cloud-based service, whatever it is still trying to kind of carve out its place in the market, which is not going so well. And I've mentioned this before. Last year's launch was the window to be good. That was their window because Xbox Series X is coming out this year. PS5 is coming out this year. And both of them have full online things for downloading games and cloud stuff. So like
the window is closing.
That was their window. And I thought release-wise it was smart. Right there is when you need it to be. Right? Didn't work out. But later this year in 2020, sometime, we don't have any hard dates. They refuse to give us. We're getting Stadia base. That's all we know of at this time of writing. Now, this was something that was promised early on. And I reported about this when the Stadia before it launched. And what it is a free version of Google Stadia. The service right now costs $10 a month. And you have to have the console, which is another $129 for the founders. Right? You get the controller, the Chrome, and I think you like 3 months free. So you're investing a lot to get into this. But after that, it's $10
also investing
a month.
$60 a game because
yes,
they're also price.
Yes, it's $10 a monthly fee, and there are some games that they give a free with it, but nothing great. Right? It's not like Xbox Gold or PS4, where they give like real big games for free.
Oh yeah,
which they can do because both Microsoft and Sony have first-party titles they released, and they also have secondary-party titles that are exclusive to their system. Right, so they have a catalog that they can give free to users. Here, you're paying $10 a month. You get some free games that have probably been played already 2 generations ago. But new games still require purchase of $60 right?
Yeah. For old games.
For old games that came out on the 360 era. We're talking expansive, and there's no guarantee that you can keep your games library when Google eventually leaves this behind. And I don't say they will. I say that, and I don't say they may. They will leave this behind.
Oh, they will.
Google loves to look. They left behind Google Glass.
Yeah.
And everybody that tried Google Glass or played within the press was like, this is going to change the world. This is great for they fucking just bailed on that thing. And it's used in some just weird tech things. Right. And some building sites for something. They even left that behind because there's other companies doing that even better now. So Google, if they can walk away from a revolution that was that, right? Like it was supposed to change the world. They're going to leave behind video games. So fuck you guys.
And the sad part is they bought up several studios.
They bought up several studios, and tying into that we know that 120 titles are coming by 2020. I don't believe that. Total bullshit to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Every new console that has ever released has said, hey, we're going to have this many titles by Christmas. They always cut it by half minimum.
I will be surprised if this limps into 2021.
120 titles to the service in 2020. I don't believe that for a hot second unless they're all mobile games that they're there. And why? Because we're in February now. The company has been pretty quiet on actually what titles those are. So we don't actually know
anything in January.
They might have, but they're very quiet on any major titles coming out. So we don't know what's going to happen with Ouya 2.0 here. But they have, I would say, right up until May to figure this shit out. That's it. Or Stadia is dead by the end of 2020 is my prediction. They're going to walk away from it. I say that because E3 is in June. And that's going to be whether or not Sony is going to do something or have their people there or do their own event later. That's going to be Xbox Series X territory. That's all you're going to hear all summer long, right? Is Xbox. I think Sony has their conference maybe at the end of summer or early in September. They're going to be all PS5. There's no way Google is going to get any ground made up after summertime rolls around. Because what you're going to get Xbox, PS5, and what I think we're supposed to get the Switch Pro, right? Like
I believe that's this year.
that's
Might be
probably
tail end of the year, but
Christmas
yeah.
time. Yeah, the smart move would be Christmas time. I think we're getting some sort of Switch Pro is coming out. So if they don't have anything, they're done, right? I know they said they're going to get Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever on Stadia, but no one's going to fucking play it on that. You're going to play it
God,
on
no.
your Xbox
Why would you?
And I say that because Cyberpunk is going to require a beefy system, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have the Xbox One X Pro. You're going to have the PS5 Pro, which is optimized better for it. You're going to want to play it on a PC if you can, but those are the consoles.
Mine's a potato, so no.
Those are the consoles that can run it. Even the stock models can run it, probably not as well. So there's no way Stadia is going to run that. Downloading all that information without lag at 720p, it's going to be bad.
Your bandwidth.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. So let us know in the comments below, how long do you think Stadia has to live? Do you think they're going to survive past 2020? And do you have a Stadia? Have you been using it? Is your connection stable enough to even play happily with that? So let us know about that below, and we'll keep you posted on any new Stadia news.